Good morning, friend. This is Deepak Pandey, TGT English from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Gadwa. Today, we all are going to discuss the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert. In the poem The Road Not Taken, the road symbolizes our life. The poet says that the path that we don't choose in our life is the road not taken. He describes his feeling about that choice that he had left in the past. The path which we have chosen decides our future, our destination. The important message that the poet wants to give is that the choice that we make has impact on our future. And if we make a wrong choice, we regret it but cannot go back on it. So we must be wise while making choices. We make countless decisions each day. Some are inconsequential, but others have huge consequences on our lives. Good decision making is extremely important for us, and it is an art to be learned. So, what are the steps of decision making? Let me tell you. S stands for state the situation. T, tell what the options are. E, evaluate each option. P, pick the best option. S, stick with your decision. Now, may I know from you all what is the most difficult decision you have ever made? Let us know about the poet. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. He was born in San Francisco. His mother was of Scottish descent and his father descended from Nicholas Frost of Tiverton. Frost's father was a teacher and later an editor of the San Francisco Evening Bulletin. Despite his later association with rural life, Frost grew up in the city and published his first poem in his high school magazine. On January 29, 1963, he passed away. The speaker, walking through a forest whose leaves have turned yellow in autumn, comes to a fork in the road. The speaker, regretting that he is unable to travel by both roads, since he is after all just one person, stands at the fork in the road for a long time and tries to see where one of the paths leads. However, the speaker can't see very far because the forest is dense and the road is not straight. The speaker takes the other path, judging it to be just as good a choice as the first, and supposing that it may even be the better option of the two, since it is grassy and looks less worn than the other path. Though, now that the speaker has actually walked on the second road, he thinks that in reality the two roads must have been more or less equally worn in. Reinforcing this statement, the speaker recalls that both roads were covered in leaves which had not yet been turned black by the speaker exclaims that he is in fact just saving the first road and will travel it at a later date, but then immediately contradicts him or him with the acknowledgement that in life one road tends to lead onward to another. So it is therefore unlikely that he will ever actually get a chance to return to that first road. The speaker imagines him in the distant future recounting with the sigh the story of making the choice of which road to take, speaking as though looking back on his life from the future. The speaker states that he was faced with a choice between two roads and chose the road that was less traveled, and the consequences of that decision have made all the difference in his life. So we can say that this poem is also about the choices and the uncertainty, and at the same time we can also say that this poem is also about individualism and non-conformity, and it is also about making a meaning of the decision taken by ourselves, because we are the carpenters of our life.